As we continue to move forward towards the potential of Secretary of State Marco Rubio, I wanted to just kind of fill in a little bit more in terms of the background of the relationship between Rubio and Trump with one funny little anecdote. We already discussed a couple of days ago when we learned Trump would be selecting Rubio to be his Secretary of State. We talked about the conflicts. We talked about Trump saying that Rubio is a lightweight choker. We talked about Rubio saying that Trump is a con man who has no business being near the Oval Office. We went through that already. There's one other funny little detail, which is I saw this clip resurfaced of Marco Rubio insinuating that Donald Trump has a small, you know what I'm talking about. And this was a funny little, the absurdity of the 2016 Republican primary has kind of been lost in the absurdity of the last 9 years. But remember this wild, wild moment.
Have you seen his hands? They're like this. And you know what they say about men with small hands? You can't trust them.
Look at those hands. Are they small hands? And he referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it. So I looked at him, I said, Marco, those hands can hit a golf ball 285 yards.
So anyway, you don't usually end up in the surreal, and I would argue dystopian situation where the president and Secretary of State previously attacked each other over the size of their manhood. That's not typically the way that this stuff goes. Now, what is this really about, bigger picture? This is really about, I would say, three different things. Number one, all that really matters to Trump is if you eventually kiss the ring. Trump called Ted Cruz's wife ugly. Ted Cruz said horrible things about Trump. But ultimately, Ted Cruz kind of came around and said, I see where my bread is buttered. I'm either in or out when it comes to the good graces of those in power in the Republican Party. I want to be in. I want to be in, said Ted Cruz. That's my Ted Cruz impression. I went to Cancun. So you just forget it. And as long as you kiss the ring, in a way, I think Trump kind of likes the idea that people who he previously Trump sees it as successfully dominating someone when they used to make fun of you and then they come to work for you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vote Trump. Whatever you say, sir. Absolutely. Trump doesn't care about the humiliation part of it. He doesn't care about the sideshow. He doesn't care about the clown car. To Trump, it's, I ultimately dominated you. I'm on top now because you're working for me. And that's really what underlies this, number one. Number two, we know that there were explosive, high-profile firings all over the place, demands for resignation, submissions of resignations during Trump's first term. Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State is a notable one. Expect it to happen again. All of these names that we're hearing now, Elon and Vivek, Marco Rubio, maybe Alina Habba, we'll talk about that. We'll go through the list. Assume that half of these people aren't going to make it halfway through. Some of them may not even make it a year. And that's another aspect of it. And then number three, just a final reminder, the principles they claim to care about, they don't really care about. It's just something that they say. When I'm working on the show or doing stuff on my computer, staying focused and getting in the zone is super important. It's not always easy. I would try Spotify or YouTube playlists. I'd end up actually more distracted than focused. And then someone told me about Brain FM's focus music, which is actually made by scientists working with musicians specifically to help you focus. I tried it and it worked really well for me, which is why I asked them to be a sponsor. With Brain FM, I just feel more productive and focused, easier to start on difficult work, easier to stay focused without getting distracted and do that really important deep work that I love to talk about. The team behind Brain FM actually won a National Science Foundation grant related to ADHD. And the app includes a special mode just for ADHD if you need it. They even have amazing sleep sounds that I've started using at night. You can try Brain FM totally free for an entire month. Just go to brain.fm/Pacman The link is down below.